Hello, fellow administrators. There is no doubt that those of you here are no longer interested in my 3025 ultra-compact battery production blueprint. Nor are you into this 10 bits, programmable sub-digit precision baby toy control valve. So today, I'm gonna bring you something a little different. Something that will completely blow your mind. If you, like me, are an ultimate cheapskate administrator who squeezes every last bit of battery consumption, you will inevitably face a certain problem. Power usage increases due to placing zip lines or combat towers outside, or accumulated rounding errors, because the system to judge the income as less than the expenditure. In short, it is absolutely no way that it's due to miscalculating or forgetting to update control valve parameters. But it leads to a blackout and production shutdown, nonetheless. The solution is obvious. Monitor production output and decide whether backup batteries should be supplied. Unfortunately, this silly factory line game lacks a priority mechanism. So, I had to try chaining multiple splitters to approximate a 0 or 1 state. During the experiment, I discovered something interesting. Combining splitters and convergers in a specific way can actually cause the flow on one belt to completely block the other. After more experimenting and optimizing, I finally arrived at this minimal implementation. Keep in mind, based on my limited testing, the converger seems to prioritize the first clockwise inlet. Plus, the internal counters on both need to align in a specific way. So, to avoid unnecessary headaches, it is suggested placing them exactly as shown. If you're unlucky and the clogging logic misbehaves, like what is happening right now, just delete and replace them simultaneously to resync their internal state. Finally, let's place a planting unit to act as our blackout sensor. When power is lost, production stops, letting the backup batteries flow through. When power returns, the sand leaf reclogs the battery belt. Thus, we obtain a fully automated backup power solution. But this brings a new problem. Continuous output will inevitably lead to full storage and system failure. In Wuling, the solution is simple. A zero-emission carbon-neutral cycle can be achieved by repeatedly filling and unloading bottles, using a filling unit and a separating unit. However, in Valley 4, since there is no automatic way to consume products, we have to periodically dump trash manually. So, is there a solution? Yes, my fellas, there is. As we all know, aside from stopping output, another sign of a blackout is that raw material consumption stops, meaning the supply-side belts come to a complete halt. This way, we can mix raw materials with a proxy product. When raw materials stop flowing, they block the proxy product's flow, which simulate the production process without actually producing anything. This new design is so perfect It doesn't even consume extra power. If you're bold enough, you can even optimize out protocol stash like this. Putting everything together, we get this result. Do notice that the spacing around the convergers acting as a buffer is necessary to ensure smooth belt flow and proper converger operation. So don't optimize it away easily. Before shipping this solution, let's look at its actual performance in a production environment. The facility has been shut down completely to simulate a blackout. Let's see whether our hero is capable of bringing everything back to life. Everything is back online and successfully recovered from the blackout without manual intervention. To use this facility, firstly, change all stashes to storage mode and update associated control ports if you want to use it with different items. Then, attach it to the belt you want to monitor. After that, dump our favorite top-tier weeds into this stash as the proxy items. Once the sand leaf fill up the belt, you can put your backup battery into the other stash. If clogging does not work the way as expected, delete these two and recreate them simultaneously. If you are more into the Wuling standalone backup power solution, this is how to use it. After placing down the blueprint, change the stash to storage mode, or connect your own battery supply belt. Then, feed the separating unit with at least 25 bottles filled with water. After the bottles fill the belt, put backup batteries into the protocol stash. Again, if clogging does not work the way as expected, delete these two and recreate them simultaneously. That is the end of the video. Hope you enjoy. The blueprints will be in the description. If you keep seeing these warning messages while watching the video, and are bothered by them, you have my apologies, but that is not my problem. I have thermal bank more than enough, and my power solution is impeccable. See you next time. Bye.